Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I have everyone who's standing at the foyer make their way inside so that we can start our program. We'll be starting in 1 minute, in exactly 1 minute. Over to you. Let's give our band a round of applause. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Molotata. Welcome to the ABASA annual Gala dinner. Basically, let me introduce myself. My name is Kuhle Kwanele Mboku. I will be your MC for tonight. Please give me a round of applause. Ludwe, I'm gonna need you just a little bit. Thank you. I'm gonna do something very strange to open our proceedings. I'm gonna ask everybody to just stand on your feet, except those who have knees that don't comply with their instructions. I will forgive them, but anyone who's got knees that comply with their instructions, please stand on your feet. We are going to do something very strange. I'm a strange character, but yeah. Nkosi sikeleli Afrika, maluphakanyisu phondo lwayo, izwa imithandazo yethu, Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo, murena buluka sitshaba sa heso, ufedise dintwa limatswenye, usibuluke sitshaba sa heso, sitshaba sa South Africa, South Africa. Eet die blå van ons hemel, eet de diepte van ons Heer, voor ons eeuwige gebed. van die grondse word gee. Sounds that call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. Thank you. We may be seated. The reason why I insist on us singing the national anthem before this event kicks off is, well, I attended the panel discussion yesterday in the afternoon, and my hope in the country was revived, that we've got a group of people that still believe that this nation can still work. A group of people that are not only just believing that this nation still works, can still work, but who are willing to put their heads on the chopping block for this nation. So I'd like you to give yourselves a round of applause for being a beacon of hope for South Africa. You don't have to be accountants about that one. You don't have to be economical about clapping for yourselves. No one is going to audit you, I promise. Promise, there will be no finding. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much. I enjoy this a lot because I get to instruct accountants. People who, in my book, my background is engineering. I'm an engineer. So that's a short story about my love for accountants and their interesting ways of killing dreams. So this one time, we sit as, I once had an opportunity of leading an engineering firm. Yes, I led it to demise, but I led it. I did lead the company. So we sat down, we had some great ideas, brilliant ideas, the best ideas that we can even, So we sat down and we're like, guys, let's innovate. Let's create something wonderful and whatnot. So we spent sleepless nights designing, drawing, concepts and everything. Little did we know that at the end of it all, we'd have to go through an accountant to make that happen. And so we get together as the executive and we pitch to the team that we've got this, it is wonderful. It's going to change the game. Engineering will not be the same. And this accountant is sitting there in his chinos and shirts. Can some of you relate? Chinos and shirts. He's just sitting there and he's like, I love it. You guys are simply the best at what you do. And then he says, can we afford it? We're like, yeah, we've got savings. We've got savings in the business. We can afford it. And he says, okay, but the savings are not for that. So where else can we find money to do what you guys want? We're like, we really didn't think about that. Can you assist us and come up with some ideas on how we can? And he's like, oh, sure, then it's going to work. You've given me a role I can execute excellently. He goes home, following day we meet. The guy says, the executive believes in this so much that they're going to take 50% pay cuts to make it happen because they really believe in it. So we look at each other and we're like, did we say we were going to take pay cuts? I don't remember saying I was going to take a pay cut. But this guy says, you said I must come with a solution. And this is the only solution. You're taking pay cuts or it's not happening. That's when I realized that my love for accountants is neither here nor there. But I love you guys because you look beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm sure there was a module in accounting at university that taught you how to let people down gently, and they buy into your letting them down. And then they run with it, and they're like, yeah, we're okay with it. We're okay, because we're not going to take pay cuts. We're okay with it. We're okay with not doing it. Yeah, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a number of guests that I would like to welcome. But before that, I want to welcome everybody. You guys look stunning. You look beautiful. And I know you're smart. You wouldn't be here if you're not. You're not the best at what you do. So I'd like to acknowledge the past presidents of ABASA, the numbered ones. I was given an instruction that they are numbered. They're given numbers, like numbers. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is 1. Oh, the next one is 2. No, not 2. We'll give you the number. So the numbered ones, I would like to first acknowledge the founding president of ABASA, Mr. Jeff van Rooyen, number 1. Then we fly through number 2, 3, 4, and 5 as if they don't exist. And we go to number 6, Mr. Sathi Konden. At least I know maths. It's in 3s. We are at 9 now. 3, 6. We're at 9. Mr. Victor Sekese. I don't see him. Welcome. Number 12. Mr. Andy Lekumalo. Now this makes sense. Number 13. Number 13. From 12, 13. Standards of Fubu. Plus 3. Number 16. Mr. Ashley Deacon. Last but not least, number 17, the current president of ABASA, Nkosazana Umomchawe, Slinda Makom. Is it number 17? Yes. I'd like to also make a special welcome to our sponsors. I'll start by welcoming the headline sponsor, which is ABSA, represented by Mr. Lapho Dlamini. Miss, my apologies. You'll forgive me if I confuse the Miss and Mr. I'm in the engineering sector and it's a Mr. thing. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. It's a boys' club. We're going to change it. We are going to change it. It's a boy, but yeah. Ms. Lapho Dlamini, welcome. Our premium sponsor, UNISA, represented by Mr. Moses Hlongwane. Mr. Miss. We also have guests who are from our bespoke package attendees, which is SAICA, PwC. If we can just clap for them as I call them, PwC, BDO, EY, and SEMA. Last but not least, to all those I didn't mention your names. You're in my heart. Welcome. It's good to have you here. It's wonderful to have you here. Mostly, for me, it's lovely to have students here. It means the organization is effective. It means the organization is doing what it's supposed to do. Give yourselves a round of applause. One more time. Right now, I will invite Ms. Lapho Dlamini to come and just give a message as our headline sponsor. Over to you, ma'am.
At ABSA, we're known for many things, An active force in banking in Africa, an active force in digital financial solutions, and an active force for good in everything that we do. Of course, being an active force for good is one description we're particularly proud of. At ABASA, we're known for many things. An active force in banking in Africa, an active force in digital financial solutions, and an active force for good in everything that we do. Of course, being an active force for good is one description we're particularly proud of. It means prioritizing business activities that have the most positive environmental, social, and economic impact. It also means empowering and uplifting the communities we serve. And in 2022, this resulted in an investment of 267 million rand. The lion's share was invested in education and youth employability. Corporate donations were made, which included innovation supporting education, where we installed and refurbished computer laboratories in 33 schools throughout Kenya. Whereas in Uganda, we donated 70 million Ugandan shillings to Makerere University in recognition of its 100-year anniversary of providing quality education. We also donated 19 million shillings worth of IT equipment to Gala Police Training School to help provide the best available training facilities for new recruits. At ABASA, the growth we strive for isn't only economic or financial. We're also obsessed about growing active participants in the ongoing struggle against climate change. At ABASA, being an active force for good in everything we do isn't something we pay lip service to. It means delivering long-term value through our environmental, social, and governance actions. And it means making meaningful and significant contributions to the communities we serve.
What they forgot to mention was that there is funding available at ABASA. All we need is a collateral. The president of ABASA, Ms. Linda Maqoma, past presidents of ABASA and stalwarts, the president and CEO of the BBC, members of ABASA National Council, BMF president, Ms. Bongile Vilagasi, our incoming CEO of SAICA, Ms. Patricia Stock, esteemed guests, good evening. It is an absolute pleasure for me to be here tonight. On behalf of ABASA, to acknowledge and celebrate the work that ABASA does in advancing the interest of Black accountants in South Africa. I'm also delighted to recognize the sterling work done by individuals who are being honored here tonight. Can we just give them a hand? As ABASA celebrates 38 years of existence, we take stock of the strides it has taken to transform the profession into an inclusive space that plays a significant role in the growth and the well-being of our economy. And while the original intent of ABASA was to pursue the interest of Black professionals in the accounting profession, its contribution has advanced to include a focus on education, digital reforms, economic participation, and advocating for the professional interest of women engaging in the accounting profession. So this is indicative of an organization whose vision continues to evolve with the times and is in touch with reality and the needs of its community. This approach emphasizes the importance of being fully engaged and making deliberate choices about what is important to your key stakeholders and your community. As a Pan-African bank with a presence in 12 African countries, and I think you've seen that video, that's a testimony to that, and 2 international offices, this resonates strongly with our own strategic ambition of being an active force for good in everything that we do. So as ABASA, we are always looking for opportunities to work with and collaborate with like-minded organizations like ABASA to bring about sustainable change. It is through a journey of co-creation and weaving of insights, beliefs, and aspirations that we can thrive. So often at times we think that meaningful change can only come about through a big singular event, but there is power in making change one story at a time. And that's what ABSA is all about. We have learned through our own journey and commitment to our overall transformation and programs that nurture leaders. ABSA has a robust accounting training program dedicated to identifying and honing the next generation of financial leaders. We focus on fostering technical and professional skills with a special emphasis on cultivating the future chartered accountants and chartered global management accountants. In recognition of the digital age, we actively integrate digital skills into our programs. Our annual FinTech Training Week retreat is a testament to our commitment to staying at the forefront of the industry's evolving landscape. So mentoring and exposure to senior leadership are integral parts of our program. We believe in the power of this interaction, benefiting both the junior talent and our senior leaders. So this exchange brings about fresh ideas and energy, fostering innovation and growth. We are committed to building a future where talented individuals flourish, bringing fresh ideas and energy to our organization. So efforts such as this and those of the many partners that are represented in this room mirror ABASA's endeavor in cultivating the caliber of accountants that are required to strengthen the profession and create a financial management capability to strengthen our economy. So we commend ABASA, therefore, for this work, and we wish you well as you continue to pursue this worthy cause. As I conclude, I wish to congratulate everyone whose work and contribution is being recognized, and they're being honored and celebrated tonight. And we hope that this will refresh and inspire others. I thank you.
Thank you. Give a round of applause again. Please, please, accountants. You can pay this one. You can pay for this one. You can just clap, you know. You're not gonna be charged. Thank you, ma'am. It is such a breath of fresh air to see that there are organizations that are willing to put their hands on the plow and reverse that which we need to reverse, which is past injustices in our country, and open up opportunities for those who would otherwise not get those opportunities. It is so refreshing to see that the stronger together that we've just seen being coined by Amabokoboko is actually starting to make inroads in corporate South Africa, which is one of the spaces that we really, really need to change. Thank you. Can we give a round of applause once again? We also thank you for bringing our possibilities to life. That's their slogan, bringing your possibilities to life. It is. Am I wrong, ma'am? Yes, well, that too. Thank you, thank you. ABASA, we thank you for what you're doing. We need you more in our schools. Our kids want to be YouTubers. We need your help. We need your help. We really need your help in our schools. I set my two kids down, and here I was trying to be, my therapist said, you must try and gentle parent your kids. Do not be like your parents to your kids. My parents were like, uzofunda ukuba ngugqirha okanye ube ligqwetha okanye ube engineer. Awukhetha kwezo, ayikho enye ozayikhetha. But I sat my kids down and asked, boys, what do you want to be when you grow up? One said, well, I don't know. There's just a lot of jobs out there. And this is the eldest. And he goes, which one is the easiest? I'm like, I give up. And I asked the second one, I'm like, okay, think about the easiest on your own. Just tell me when you know what you want to do. And then I asked the second one, he's like, I already know what I want to be. I want to be a YouTuber. And here I was opening my laptop, Googling where YouTubers study. BSc in YouTubing. Okay, let me try BEng in YouTubing. I found nothing. I'm like, what is this YouTubing? What are you going to do? What exactly are you going to do? I'm just going to be walking around with my camera and taking, I'm like, Lord help me, gentle parent. Because right now, if this was me sitting here, I'd probably be in a hospital in less than it. Yeah, and you can laugh too. It's okay. It's okay. You're not going to be charged. I promise you. You don't have to be economical about things that are happening here tonight. Whatever happens here. Oh yeah, there's one thing that I'm going to ask everybody to be economical about. Those drinks. Take it easy. There will come a time where I tell you to just let loose and just go in, all in. But for now, let's take it easy. Right now on our program, we're going to call Dr. Sibongile Vilakazi, who is the president of BMF, an organization that I would say is a cousin to ABASA, because this is one of the organizations that champion inclusivity, that champion presence of black managers in corporate South Africa. She's right here. Okay, ma'am, just come on up. I was gonna nail it. I researched the organization. I was gonna be like first president, second president, and you can go ahead. You can go ahead. I don't wanna.
Thank you so much. I could see you was about to do.
I was about to. Yes.
Thank you so much, my president, Queen President. Thank you for inviting us as BMF to be here. Such a beautiful event that you have put together. Thank you for remembering us to be part of it. To the past presidents, good evening. Stakeholders, sponsors, and everyone who is here, thank you so much for being here and good evening. I think MC was about to just tell us about the BMF and how we are such cousins. We are definitely joined in the hip. We stand for the same thing with ABASA. We want to see ourselves, people who look like us, advancing in corporate South Africa. We are unapologetic about that. And it's always lovely then to be in the space of people who think like you and want the same things that you want. We are so close with ABASA that the first black accountant in this country, Professor Nkuhlu, was our president. He served 2 terms as BMF president. So that's how aligned we are. We are one and the same thing. I guess the main difference is that your focus is on the accounting field, whereas our focus is on managers, making sure that in your professions and engineering professions and all other professions, we do see black people developing and going to the next level of management and senior management and top management and running the companies. That's our wish for ourselves as black people, as BMF. So my message today is just to say, let's collaborate more. I really love that our president, current president, he goes all out to draw us closer. And I mean, that's why even we are here today to say, let's work together and collaborate more. We need that, especially as people who look like me. We need to do more of that collaboration so that we minimize waste and we maximize impact. We want to see us developing. We can all agree that the journey of our development has not been the easiest, and right now it seems like it has stagnated. We are looking at 20 years of BEE, for instance, and all the data points tell us that we are not where we thought we would be by now. So we need to change course. And we can only change course if we collaborate more and avoid duplications where possible, and lobby together and fight together, because this fight is quite big. It's easy for us to start feeling like we are getting closer and we relax. There's no time for relaxing. It's a big fight and it continues. So we need to constantly be thinking of ways of fighting it differently. We have employed different strategies based on what we have known up to now, or at least when we started with the policies and the concepts that we are putting in place to advance our development. We knew what we knew then. We now know quite a lot. I mean, look at this room. Everyone who's here is a professional, and many of you look like me. So the successes of those policies have been achieved, one would argue, because all of us are here now knowing more than we knew when those policies were being created and thought of. But now it's time for us to take the knowledge that we have, the experience that we have, and create something that our little girls and boys will find resonance with. We may not be the ones that benefit from it directly, but we have to start creating a path for our children to feel that the progress is much quicker than what we are experiencing right now. So we have to think of different ways. As BMF, as custodians of that conversation, we are more than happy to take it on and organize all of us and all our collective experiences to say, how do we then take this concept that we call BEE to the next level? What does the BEE 2.0 look like? And we are having our conference on Friday, and this is the moment that I can get to then talk about that we're having a conference on Friday. Well, BMF, we normally have our annual conferences, but policy work is a continuous work. It's not a one-day thing that we do. Every now and then we are having these conversations about how do we move forward, how do we take ourselves forward, taking all the insights that we have. So we're having a big one, which is an annual conference on Friday, and hopefully we'll see you there. We are reflecting on this concept, and we are saying 30 years forward, looking forward, what should it look like? Do we still want to be occupying positions in corporates and growing and becoming managers in corporates. Or maybe there's another path for our children. And we need to start having those conversations. But thank you so much, Madam President, and thank you so much to ABASA. We acknowledge all the work that you are doing. We are with you every step of the way. We are connected in the hip, like I've already said. Congratulations for everything that you are doing.
Another round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be disturbed by my walk when I walk up the stairs and down the stairs. I'm prone to falling. I'm that guy. Even when I was growing up, I was that guy. I'm sure you can see why. I'm sure most of you can see why. I think white people call it knock knees. Yeah, it's called knock knees. Kiss, kiss, ekas. You wish. Yeah, we should be considered for disability. We should be. Because now I have to be careful. I have to carefully take my steps and make sure that, yeah, imagine all this on its back. Right now on our program, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask our band to come in and just entertain us. We are about to have our dinner right now. Let's clap for the band as they come up. They're going to play a song. I will be back to just let you know how the serving is going to go right now. Thank you. Let's welcome them. We've got, let me also introduce them. We've got Lou Dwetangla on piano, and he's also the musical director. We have Gina Mabasa on voice. We've got Riba Mwakusa on bass. We've got Joshua Zacchaeus on drums. And we've got Seke Malaji on saxophone. Welcome, guys. Serenade us.
Celebrating life is real with everything it brings. is real, but not without a smile. Celebrating life is real, but not without a dance. Celebrating life is real, with everything it brings. Walla do da do da do do. Celebrate the pedo. Celebrate the pedo. Celebrate da 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 do. Celebrate the pedo. Follow papa for pedo. Follow papa for pedo. Da 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 do the pedo.
Please don't leave your tables. Food is being served. Food is coming in, and you'll be served at your respective tables. Thank you.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something with a warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, ooh, a lovely day, a lovely day. When the day lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when something with a warning comes, always seems to be the way. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be, hey, a lovely day, ooh, a lovely day. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something with a warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with you. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. Thank you so much. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his words, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his words, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. If you know this part, please sing with me. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Words 2 times, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his words, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Come on, let's do that part again. 1, 2. I can't hear you guys. Oh, we'll try again. La 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 la. Oh, la. Oh, la. Thank you. Do you guys want to try it again with me? Oh, 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 la la la. At the back there. Oh, la. Thank you so much. skin. You know I love your brown skin. I can tell where yours begins. I can tell where mine ends. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh yeah. Where are your people from? Maybe Mississippi or an island. Apparently your skin has been kissed by the sun. You make me wanna Hershey's kiss your licorice. Every time I see your lips, it makes me think of honey-coated chocolate. Your kisses are worth more than gold to me. I'll be your almond joy, you'll be my sugar daddy. Brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. I can tell where yours begins. I can tell mine ends. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh, yeah. Every time you come around, something magnetic pulls me and I can't get out. Disoriented, I can't tell my up from down. All I know is that I wanna lay down. Every time I let you in, abracadabra magic happens as we swim higher and higher. Finally we reach heaven. Come back to us, then we do it all again. Yeah. Brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. I can tell where yours begins. I can tell mine ends. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh yeah. Skin so brown, lips so round, baby, how can I be down? Beautiful mahogany, you make me feel like a queen. Tell me what's the thing you do that makes me wanna get next to you, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Are you guys still having a good time? I go by the name Gina Vasa. Please give it up for the amazing band. So the one that we're gonna do now is mainly for the 2Ks. But if you are on your TikToks, maybe you'll relate with some of the songs. Basamilo sohlukanisa bohluleka abaphansi bavumile ukuba sifanelene thina sobabini masikunye siyajabula sonobile siyathandana bazamilo sohlukanisa bohluleka amazulu avumile ukuba sifanelene thina sobabini masikunye siyajabula asibe happy montwami asibe happy sibe munye 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 da 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 I'm sorry, my baby, ngicela uxolo. Dikuxolele, my baby, you didn't mean it. I'm sorry, my baby, ngicela uxolo. You didn't mean it. Ufusa balele Ngizomulida njengonomathemba dalukhalelani uma ningibonela yena nibomtshela ukuthi angifonele ngizomulinda njengonomathemba dalukhalelani Hold on, said I'm missing my future. Tell me no more lies. World, hold on. One day you will have to answer to the children at the sky. World, hold on. Said I'm messing with my future. Open up inside. World, hold on. One day you will have to answer to the children at the sky. Oh, whisper to me, baby, hold me tight tonight. Oh, put your arms around me till morning. Oh, whisper to me, baby, hold me tight tonight. Oh, put your arms around me till morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause once again. Thank you so much. Just the verse. Grandma's hand. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands play the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, baby, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes stay in the grass. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands soothe the local unwed mother. Grandma's hands pick me up each time I fail. Grandma's hands. Baby, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes stay in the grass. Grandma's hands. Thank you. Thank you. You can open me again on this one. Give me a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! I hope everybody enjoyed their dinner. Ukhona utata omane ethetha isiXhosa apha. Okay, it goes dad. All right, thank you. Back to our program, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we gonna have number 17. You guys know number 17, right? We're gonna have number 17. When they told me about these numbers, I got really scared. We had an uncle at home who was not so desirable. So when he came back from somewhere where he couldn't see people, where he couldn't get out, where he couldn't walk around, some type of a college that he was in, he came back and he was like, "Come to the number 26. So this number 26 probably means that he will knock you out or something. But so these numbers were, I was really concerned. But you can be comfortable. Number 17 is fine. Number 17 is safe. Number 17 is not dangerous. We're going to have the current president of ABASA give us an address, Ms. Linda Makoma, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome her. Careful.
You can keep the music going, that was nice. Shoni, is that you? Thank you. Hey, and in Bonn, my name's lights are bright. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ABASA family. Yeah, Gala. This is the third time delivering an address at a convention of ABASA as the president. As I was thinking about how it all started, following a president that had lifted the organization in a time that was so difficult. He's unfortunately not here today. He had to go for dental procedure, President Ashley Deacon. Today, really, I thought about the work that we did together. And I thought about how in a time when Black organizations were thought to probably be irrelevant because we were so used to the physical and the norm. And through that presidency, we were able to chart a new way of doing things. ABASA was a leader in a difficult time. I just thought I'd open with that thought before I actually make my address. We serve an organization that leads the way, even in difficult times. I'd like to recognize the past presidents of ABASA that are here. President number 1, President Jeff Roy. President number 6, Sati Kaunda. President number 12, Mr. Andile Kamala, and his beautiful wife. Is she here with us? Yes. Hi, Sis Mandisa. President number 13, President Tando Safumo. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't call these numbers out in vain. I call them out because I want us to always remember on whose shoulders we stand on. And not only them, they worked with ExCos, who are our stalwarts who are here tonight, that have served tirelessly and selflessly an organization that today makes sure that in this room, we are representative of a profession that has a hope of transformation, but one that sets an example for other organizations and in this country. With that, I want to recognize my sister organizations that are here. The president of the BBC, my president, Elias Manache is here. Thank you, my president. And the EXCO is here. The knobs are here. My VPB, my CEO. Hello, my CEO. I see you. I don't see my TG. Thank you for being here. You do amazing work in making sure that we are collaborative. And it speaks so much to the theme of ABASA tonight and over the past 3 days, that we are going to collaborate for impact, and I hope that you'll hold our hand as we do that. Thank you for being here. To my sister Queen, the president of the BMF, Dr. Swangile Vilekazi, thank you very much. I know that even with leading the BMF, there's so much that we learn from each other around what women go through when they are leading organizations and how we overcome these things, not alone, but together. Thank you for the work you're doing at the BMF, because you are also lighting a way for us. Thank you, and we support you as ABASA. I have, yes, the problem with these protocols is that if you miss one person out as the president, you'll suffer for 2 years. I'd like to recognize our MOU partners that are in the room. ABASA sits or has the market of this industry sitting within its structures. That is a powerful tool to have. So President Rakhwale, as the chair of our National Council and also the president of SAIGA, I welcome you. And happy birthday. It's his birthday today. I see Urba is represented here. Hi, Nadine. I see Cyprus represented here. Hello, Shahid. Hey, and in Bonima. But that's the powerhouse of ABASA. ACCA, not ACA. Paul Shamkabela is in the house. Also, so many CEOs that represent the stakeholders that support us. To ABSA, thank you very much. This is the second year you're sponsoring us. Last year you actually fought with SAPRO because you wanted to be the headline, and you said this year we are coming, guns blazing, fast. And that says so much about us, ABASA. I think all the leaders that are here, take note that stakeholders are fighting to support you. That's powerful. It means you're doing the right thing, and keep doing it. So thank you very much, Sis Lipo, for being here and just reminding us of what this relationship means. To UNISA, my dean, Mr. Moses Hlongwana, thank you for being here. There's important work that ABASA is doing with UNISA. I think we speak about education as being a core pillar of this organization. And we know that UNISA is the cornerstone of transformation in the academic space. And I know, President Jeff, we've gone into some engagements with UNISA in difficult times, and we've ensured that UNISA is supported and finding solutions to make sure that Black accountants have opportunities in an organization that is inclusive, such as UNISA, and we must continue to support that ideal. Thank you very much for the work that you do. SAPRO, we had a beautiful golf day, didn't we? It was amazing. But I want to remind you that with your support, which is actually quite significant in ABASA, you helped us make sure that the ideals of those that have come before us live on forever. As we renamed the President's Golf Day this year to the Jeff Van Rooyen Invitational, celebrating the work that President Jeff does, even beyond what you have done in our profession, in our organization. Yours is for humanity. Yours is a purpose beyond any sector. Thank you, President Jeff, for everything that you've done for all of us. Through this invitational, we will be launching the JVR Golf Academy. The Golf Academy, it really was thought of as we were thinking about why there are not so many women participating in the sport of golf. And we talk about boys' clubs. And I know, Sis Lipo, you did mention about how ABASA is deliberate from a women perspective. So to have our founding president to say he'd like to see more women playing the sport and is willing to open up a space for them to start appreciating it and benefiting from the networking of that, and for ABASA to be part of that. I know that Duke CE has already said that they will partner with us for that. So thank you very much to that. Day 2 of our conference really looked at the important topics that ABASA needs to be focusing on. We've had such amazing reviews from that. We had amazing speakers. And these speakers reminded us of the connectedness of this organization in bringing the right people in the room to have the right conversations, but also commit to an ideal that will see us making impact. And as we named the theme to be collaborating for impact, we could see it in the conversations coming naturally. We deliberately didn't tell any of the speakers that that was a theme. It was announced on the day. But the conversations seemed to understand that for us to move in this profession and in this country, there must be a unifying factor. There must be a social compact. There must be an understanding that we are not going to move if we go alone. So I want to thank all our speakers that journeyed with us over the topics around education, which is very close to our hearts, over the conversation around transformation in a meaningful way. We talked about the CA Charter and its origins. And I felt that conversation was so important because many of the young leaders in our organization don't even know about it and the powerful tool that it is. And for Mam Cindy to even remind us that we must not leave ourselves behind as ABASA and ORCA when legislation is put into place. We must tell corporate that we need to have a stake in the pie because we're doing the work that needs to be done around transformation. And I think that was a clarion call to say this council, and Mam Portia, for you to come in as ACCA to say we want inclusivity there, we must make it happen for the sake of this organization and to make it easier to drive transformation in our profession. The business of the day, Sbusiso Nduna actually chaired that, and the work that all of you are doing in making sure that black firms have an opportunity. The work that the Auditor General does is such important work. And my CFO is sitting there, hi Polani, articulating to us what exactly the Auditor General is doing. But it's not enough for them to articulate to us. We must be engaging to make sure that we tailor everything that our stakeholders are doing to benefit our members. These conversations are important, ladies and gentlemen. The videos are up, they're available. We're going to go to them, and I think we need to hold ourselves accountable every time we have these conversations. It's very expensive to put something like this together, but it is an investment we must make that reminds us to come together and think of solutions. And for me, President Sibongile, when you have your conference on Friday, over the weekend, we will be there to support, because I think we need to take our conversations and bring them into the BMF to make sure that we are consolidated. Same as what we would do with the BBC. We need to think together. Thank you very much to all our speakers that participated. We appreciate you. Today was an amazing day. Women showed up. It was amazing. Yeah, you guys look beautiful. And then you still switched it up and did black tie because the president told you so. But we didn't do that without an ideal and an impact approach. Today we announced that through our partnership with IWFSA, with Duke CE, through Wits Business School, we will be able to have 70 women of ABASA go through women leadership development programs. And that will be, and that's just the start. I should have asked for 38 because we are 38 this year. Let's see, we'll add another 3. But this is the impact work that needs to happen. We must be able to track the work that ABASA is doing and the impact it's doing, and for our people to really make a change and a difference in this country. We didn't leave it there. The founding president of Women of ABASA, President number 13, Tanda Safumo, thought about what her role is as that founding president. What legacy are we leaving when we walk out of the space or the tenure? Today we announced the launch of a fund that is going to take an investment in the JSE listed companies that we will select and announce, and collaborate and mobilize for our stakeholders to contribute to that on behalf of ABASA. We don't want money. We want you to buy us shares that will drive dividend for women of ABASA. We are about sustainability. We are about thinking outside the box. We are about ensuring that women don't have to beg to have support. So that fund will be called, in honor of President Tandi's father, the Fubu Trust. We will be making an official launch and a campaign so all women can understand how that will benefit all of you. But please sign up and be members, ne? It's also for business members. So Sbu, I got you some members, ne? I want my 60% share of the membership fee. Thank you, President Fubu. President Fubu has contributed as a start 50,000 Rand towards this, and we look forward to seeing more people contribute towards this important trust. Ladies and gentlemen, ABASA has been at work. I know this seems like a keynote speech. Sorry, my CEO, sorry. But it's important that we understand what ABASA is doing. We have interns in the room. Are they here? ABASA has made history. We now have 20 interns that are servicing the structures of ABASA through the partnership with Facet. And they are here tonight. They've been helping out, but they will get exposure in the market. They will work in our organization and strengthen our capacity, but will also ensure that after the 12 months of the internship, they will find meaningful jobs. And that is us saying as ABASA, we need to do more about responding to the challenges in our country. We still have 180 that are sitting there idling. And we know that our business forum members and our corporate members have asked for these interns. They will be absorbed into those firms. And so ABASA will be sending out 200 young graduates to get experience and work. After this convention, Ayanda Maflega said, we will now that we've met our target, go into the business empowerment project that we have with Facet. We are going to be enforcing a mindset that says we're not only just accountants, but we are also creating businesses, thinking entrepreneurial. President Angeli, you could be the patron of this, you know. But it is the work that ABASA is doing, and we're really proud of it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. Because none of these things that we're talking about today happen without all of you. We have students in the room. This is the cradle of ABASA. We have trainees in the room. This is the bridge that takes us to the professionals that need to really be the leaders of this profession and this country. And when they see you all in the room, they are inspired. So don't take for granted or take it lightly that you're sitting here and have made yourself available for an ABASA. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we pledge to continue to advance the interests of Black professionals in this country. I thank you.
Let's give number 17 another round of applause. Clap 17 times, ladies and gentlemen. Clap 17 times, 17, 17, 17.
You know, this happens to me all the time. I speak, and then I forget about something so important. We are the Association for the Advancement of Black Accountants of Southern Africa. I just thought it's important. Fanny, in the room, the CEO of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Namibia is here. I know the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Zimbabwe is here. Are you here? Please say hi. I saw you at the Panaries. Babu Bonga, you made sure that BDO was represented with Bernie, who came all the way from the US to be with us yesterday and speak on our panel. Thank you for that. We also have what I think tonight you could say is a stalwart of ABASA, but a stalwart of the National Association of Black Accountants, NABA, Mr. Lloyd Anderson, who came all the way from the US to be with us today. I thought it important for us to remember that ABASA is not only local, it is global. And you are being part of something that's making global impact. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, number 17. Can I get a number 2? FOMO is killing me. Fear of missing out to those who are from there. Yeah, kids call it FOMO. So I really need a number. 26 in week. I'm not going to take 26, no. 26 is trouble. Let's give our president another round of applause. We can only hope that our tomorrow will be shaped by organizations like this. Because, like I said, some of us come from industries that resist transformation greatly. Not just resist transformation, they resist transformation greatly. And to see organizations like ABASA eating this elephant and including those who would otherwise not be included is beautiful to watch. And it's inspirational to other spheres and all other professions in the African continent, because they just said they are not just local, in the entire African continent. Let's clap hands for ABASA one more time. I'm inspired. I really am. And one can only do their best to try and, emulate what ABASA is doing in accounting, what PMF is doing in the management space. So one can only do their best to also, learn from these organizations. It is beautiful to watch. I just needed to say that because I come from an industry that is a serious boys club. And it's frustrating, but there's hope because we see it changing in accounting and it's going to change in engineering too. Right now, we are going to have our keynote address. We're going to have our keynote address by another trailblazer. It looks like everybody in this room is just a trailblazer. They just, first everything. I'm the first. Reminds me of a time where, I tried to fool my friends into thinking that I loved reading, which I hate. I hated. Yeah, hated. Which I really hated so much. So I would buy books, building a library, buy books, get them dirty, put them on my library, dirty library. And then one of my friends came in and saw a book that he had gone through. Comes in, he's like, "What did you think of this book?" Like, I thought it was great. Great book. The best book. It's like, "Oh, okay. What do you think about our GDP?" I'm like, as a country. I'm like, GDP? Stable. GDP, so stable. Needless to say, by the end of that day, my nickname was GDP. They're like, "Hey, we're not GDP. What's that?" Stop saying you read books you didn't read. And from that time on, I was like, I know, maybe it's time. I actually really like reading. Yeah. So our keynote address will be from Mrs. Patricia Stock. I stand corrected, because I get those wrong from time to time. Mrs. Patricia Stock. Mrs. Patricia Stock is a co-founder and CEO of MGI RAS, which is a member firm of MGI Worldwide. She's a strategic entrepreneurial accountant with commitment to people and organizations transformation. She's a chartered accountant, South Africa, CASA. I know that one. CASA. Chartered accountant, South Africa, and chartered director, South Africa, with diverse experience in talent management, certified ESG analyst with specialization in governance, audit, IFRS, and quality assurance technical expertise. One of the greatest achievements that I think everybody in the room will know about her is that she is the incoming CEO of SAICA. The first, so let's do it together. The first black woman CEO of, which is exactly what I'm saying about you guys. You just keep breaking those barriers. First. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand up and welcome our keynote address from Mrs. Stock. Welcome. First one.
Wow. Thank you so much, Program Director. Sure. It's such a joyful moment to be standing here, distinguished past presidents and our honorable president, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocol observed, because I see my time, it's also very limited. But with all due respect, and my dear husband, yeah, I extend my warm greetings to you. It is an honor that I stand before you, carrying with me the triumph spirit of our rainbow nation. As corporate South Africa, we have much to celebrate. We find ourselves in a moment of gratitude, having achieved a remarkable milestone, including our nation's triumph as I'm looking for Kaya, as our 4-time rugby world champion. Kanikri, go Bokke. And you saw my bias, and I go turn and look in that side of the table. I was expecting more, because I think I do love Bokke. We also celebrate the prestigious acknowledgement as the world's most trusted, esteemed chartered accountant designation. Yeah. These victories have been hard fought, as we have navigated challenges such as corporate failures and audit failures in the shadow of a state capture, APC exam challenges, the disruptive impact of COVID-19, and the sad loss of lives, and even the lives in our profession. In the face of these trials, we come together to extend our heartiest congratulations. Such accomplishment is a testament to the dedication and resilience of every individual within our dynamic ecosystem, from the steadfast chartered accountants to the invaluable supporting roles in our accounting profession. It is this recognition that extends to the exceptional leadership and teamwork that is provided by SAICA. Let me use this opportunity
if you may also join me to use this opportunity to express our heartfelt appreciation to our current CEO of SAICA, Dr. Freeman Nomvalo. This appreciation is for his unwavering commitment to serving the profession. Most of you will agree with me that he actually skillfully steered the ship in turbulent times. However, he ensured that we weathered the storms to continue to make progress towards a brighter future for all. In his absence, Diti Enkosi Tati Nomvalo, uNkulunkulu akubusise. As we celebrate these wins, it is also key to know that in an ever-evolving world, it is evident that the expertise and the knowledge that once led us to victory are not necessarily the same qualities that will ensure success in the future. The roles we play are shifting, and they are demanding adaptation. Therefore, refusal to evolve could lead to mediocrity. It's a universal truth that any champion who ceases to strive for greatness eventually finds themselves falling short. The World Economic Forum, they issued a report on the future of jobs. And that report actually underlines the necessity for each of us to invest in acquiring new skills. However, the process of skills development will actually take longer for the current demand for an ever-changing landscape. This is where we need to embrace the wisdom of an African proverb, quote unquote. If you want to go fast, right, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. This saying reminds us that it is possible for one to achieve depth without breadth. And as such, a narrow focus can result in stagnation. So going together highlights the immense power of collaboration to pivot, adapt, and thrive. If you may allow me to share, our firm, I can still say our for a few weeks, has experienced remarkable growth by embracing collaboration and positioning ourselves in a posture of receiving. We received investment from others, various firms as well. This first-hand experience has taught us that collaboration is not just beneficial, it is essential for growth, sustainability, and continued relevance in the dynamic landscape of our world. Because we are global citizens now, and we live in borderlands times, right? We have received the benefits of collaborations. However, many of us, we are still to attain greater significance. It is for this reason I would like to talk to you on the topic, collaboration to pivot for significant impact. Impact naturally follows when you have a clear, focused sense of purpose. Our purpose is essentially fulfilling the solutions to the challenges that we encounter. And I heard our program director talking about, the challenge of women. Actually, that is actually a sign that it's your purpose that is calling you there. The recognition of collaboration hinges on acknowledging the intrinsic value and that every individual brings to the table. Through collaboration thrives on diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm trying to balance the mic because I think it's going on and off. Other nations and races have demonstrated how to support one another and thrive together. So if it is true that some South Africans that we coexist with, and some who are our colleagues in other spaces. The question is, in our transformation conversations, do we or are we intentional enough to give room to the non-blacks? And I didn't say all blacks. I'm talking about our fellow South Africans who are patriotic and want to see South Africa thrive as a true rainbow nation. Our like-mindedness should move beyond preference of race, but focus on what is important for South Africa in attaining an inclusive, diverse, and equitable state. Inclusion and equity should exactly be that we include each other, and not the extreme exclusion in other areas to the detriment of the organization as a result of changes that do not balance the preservation of institutional intellectual equity. The opposite is true, in a sense that the refusal to transform any organization needs to be continually challenged. If our organizations, our government, institutions, and businesses fail to represent a vibrant tapestry of the rainbow nation, we must pause and question whether our victories can truly be deemed significant success. Collectively, let us confront the vital challenge of transformation and invite diversity into our rooms, ensuring that every perspective contributes to a richer and a more harmonious future. Ladies and gentlemen, after we do the get downs, because I love dancing, there are a few questions that I would like us to respond to in our various areas of influence, and let them find expression in where you invest your time and resources. Firstly, in our social spaces, we often hear the saying, stay in your lane. However, do we really know the lanes of individual influence, like true influence? Which are the areas that we're meant to lead in? And that's a question we should all ponder on. Significance requires clarity, focus. And focus is because what you focus on grows. It requires mastery over self and the skill sets that we possess. And eventually it will lead to greater impact. So it is important to embrace our humble beginnings. That principle I embrace. However, in our businesses, it's also important that we do not cling to them at the expense of growth. This is because progress often demands letting go of your initial steps, since pivoting and adaptation require movement. So you cannot hold on to your beginnings forever. And that I speak to, especially the challenge that I saw when we're looking for partners that we wanted to merge with, like, the views that people don't want to let go of what they founded and embrace collaboration. I think the dance floor is about to open. I see some smoke coming out. I'm gonna move with speed. Right. If we fail to shift and let go and harness our potential, we fall short of realizing our purpose in addressing the problems we're meant to solve. So, poor stewardship is not merely a misuse of what we're entrusted with. It's sometimes the absence of the use of our potential in the right place and in the right season. So I urge you, if necessary, to redirect your attention towards making a more substantial impact. What I've come across with people, the wise people and content individuals that I've had an opportunity to engage with, individuals of wealth and authority, is that they remain unimpressed with mere acquisitions. Because a standard truly becomes a standard that is exemplary when you are prepared to endure for it and yield greater returns, especially in the realm of conducting business. So, on the note of beginning, so how you start and move. And most of the times, how far you go, it's influenced by how you start, unless you are willing to be adaptable. So great businesses are those that are founded on good governance and transformative leadership. And transformation in this context, I'm referring to doing the best you can with the resources you have in the season that you're in. And that simply equates to excellence. So to be a desirable collaboration partner, it is imperative that we lead and conduct our businesses as a paragon of excellence. Every business's longevity follows the acceptance of the fact that governance isn't structured for individualism. If mishandled, it poses a threat to our existence, but if executed effectively, it paves a way for sustainability and continued relevance. And what I've found is that pinnacle leaders, they actually adopt a succession mindset, not the mindset of infinity. If we start and grow businesses, it is important to ensure that business survival does not hinge solely on the presence of its founders. The accounting ecosystem, we definitely need to unite more, because it's through unity that we can expedite growth and collectively flourish in order to make a substantial impact. It's crucial for all of us to actually distinguish between what is trivial and what's significant. And the significant aspects should definitely not be treated as optional. They need to be prioritized. I was actually fortunate to attend Ubab Mnasana's honorary doctorate ceremony, and there I was sitting next to my two sisters, Mrs. Posh, the CEO of ACCA and the CEO of IAA. But there, to our realization, when we were looking at the pipeline, right, of graduates, we realized that actually with the numbers that were there, that all of us actually we want that same pool, right? But our biggest takeaway was that we need to work together in collaboration, and that there is a need for us to be intentional about our partnership with Institute of Higher Learnings in collaborations, says Posh. And this is especially because we are faced with a double-edged sword, right? We embrace globalization, which also comes with the challenge of skills migration. So therefore, to increase our pipeline is even more important. When we comprehend the scope of our influence and what's essential for our collective prosperity, we will be driven to take the necessary actions, laying the foundation for a fruitful collaboration. But that speaks to also appreciating how we all contribute, right? So let's reflect on these three questions. Personally, is there an opportunity for collaboration to advance our profession? When we look at our organized bodies, which I'm actually encouraged to see the collaboration that is so evident. And well done, sis. I know President Wam. I call you sis. I love to call my sisters sis. Well done for doing such an amazing work of collaborating with intentionality. businesses such as SMPs, is there a compelling business case for consolidation within the profession? I consider myself fortunate to have steered a firm born from a successful merger of several smaller firms, all ensuring a common goal of expansion and wanting to contribute to addressing the challenges that our country face. In doing so, we not only addressed our challenge of acquiring larger clients, but also facilitated organizations such as the Auditor General of South Africa in supporting us through their transformation initiatives, thereby granting us more substantial opportunities. For instance, for AG to extend work such as the audit of SOEs, we needed to have the right capacity and the balance of skill. And some of us also aspire to audit listed companies, for example. However, you find that the issue of capacity constraints for some of the SMEs remains a real challenge even for various role players that are engaged in business, such as audit committees. And I've also had a lived experience with that, where the intention is there, the desire is there to support Black emerging firms. However, the challenge of capacity remains. And this is the challenge that I believe that SMPs are well positioned to resolve. And this is also the backdrop of good news, which I believe is a transformative move by the JSC to drop the accreditation requirements, right? Because at least now we know all SMPs, that barrier, at least one, it's removed. So collaboration and pooling of skills, expertise, and resources represents the key to accelerating growth. This will result in improved access to market and delivery of higher quality outcomes and increased value creation for all. You may ask, where do you begin? Where do you begin? So you need to start with the foundational work, and this really, it's directed to leaders. Foundational work of self-mastery, aligning the intellect, emotions, the heart, and the actions. And the same principle is the one that's equally valid in the realm of corporate self-mastery, which is to align the heart and the purpose of the organization to what the organization is focused on and the work that the organization does. When the two come together, it will be easier to actually embrace collaborating with others. And when those are clear, that is where you will actually find authentic relationships that will take a center stage. And this will actually help us to remember whether, or even note and discern, whether are we doing collaboration because of its legislated requirements, such as BBBE requirements, or is it genuine collaboration? So to secure ongoing success, unity and cooperation are imperative, superseding the counterproductive effect of internal and external competition. I'm a strong believer that we are in an era where it's not about competition, but it is about collaboration. The prosperity of our profession definitely hinges on the investment made through the power of knowledge. It is imperative that we feed and transform our minds with the right content to foster and expedite the growth of our fields. Because what we generate with our intellect actually holds enduring significance compared to the contributions of mere manual labor. So let us actively share what enriches our collective intellectual capacity, for therein lies the true path to advancement. So, are you troubled by the challenges that loom over the future of the profession? Do you find yourself critiquing? If so, then that is a great start, because it is a positive sign that for it to signify your deep understanding of the challenges, and it signals your understanding of your purpose or the area of your purpose. And in understanding, there's a duty to teach, to learn, because leaders are learners, to share, to build, and contribute. When it comes to the legacy question, you can actually leave a legacy through material wealth and through the wealth of knowledge, with the knowledge being the most precious one, in my own view, because it's a currency that is far more valuable than money itself. The price of knowledge, and with gratefulness for those who shared that price with me in my journey of growth. It encompasses the struggles, the sacrifices, the setbacks, the disappointments, and the failures that shaped it. So when you share your knowledge, it is akin to imparting decades worth of learning in a single day. So let's not invest solely for the sake of the grave. You all have heard the saying by Les Brown, quote and unquote. He says, "The grave is the richest place on earth." So let us not make it richer with the solutions that we have but cannot implement because of the lack of collaboration. Each one of us has a capacity to invest in others, and it's the value that we bring to others that truly alters the outcome. As a woman hailing from Mamelodi, who finds herself today with the privilege of serving in the future as a CEO of SAICA, I am profoundly grateful for the countless individuals who in various seasons of my life invested in me. The investment wasn't merely financial. It was the valuable wealth of their knowledge and wisdom. And I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to those who played a pivotal role in my growth and those who have generously extended their support and well wishes. I appreciate that the journey ahead is not the one that I'll walk alone. There's a quote by Stephen Covey that resonates deeply with me. Quote and I quote, "Most people define greatness through wealth, popularity, and the corner office position. But what I call everyday greatness comes from character and contribution." True greatness, in its primary form, is measured by the impact it leaves, not just by personal accomplishments. It's not about what I did, but whether what I did or what I'm doing is making a difference. And this, in essence, is a question of legacy. When your life's purpose transcends self-satisfaction and is focused on contributing to others, you find yourself on the path to a meaningful existence. So your ability to foster change is actually a potent force. You must ask, how can you effect that change? And start with what you have. Use your business as a conduit for transforming the lives and reshaping the landscape of our government, economy, society, and education. Let our business strategies serve as a testament to our commitment to addressing the pressing challenges such as energy supply, infrastructure development, technology, and there I'm talking about the skills gap in technology, sustainability, and education. Amongst these, I want to elevate education, as you noted, I mentioned it a few times. because the quality and access to education is a fundamental concern. And it directly influences the future of our profession, our economy, and our overall relevance. Growing up, I delved into the life of Umama Winnie Mandela because my grandmother named me after her. So if you go to Atteridgeville, where I was born, and Mamelodi, where I grew up, you won't find Patricia easily. they affectionately know me as Winnie. In the words of Mam Winnie, she said, quote and I quote, "Education is a great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, and that the son of a mine worker can become the head of a mine. Today, through education, you are addressed by the daughter of a mother who was a domestic worker." As I conclude, please allow me to share an inspiring story by Ubutsizwe Nxasana, a man who reminds us that to change the world or anything in it, you must actively engage with it. You must engage with the thing that you want to change. We are all familiar with his remarkable achievements and profound impact that he has made in our profession, through Tutuka, ISFAP, which is addressing the challenge of the missing middle. Ubaba Nxasana, in his journey, he continued to honor his purpose, even in the pain of losing his son, Usfiso. It was this painful experience that led him to the name of establishing the education-focused impact investments that he has in honor of his son. Usfiso wasn't just passionate about education. He also dedicated himself to uplifting others, often through actions such as offering maths classes. And this is testament to the idea that to truly understand someone, one should examine their fruits of their actions. Ubu Nxasana, I had an opportunity to sit with him. And in his own words, he said, he is living his best life. What was inspiring to me was that his wealth isn't measured solely by material terms, but in the profound impact he's making in the realm of education and other lives. I also landed his honorary doctorate, that he's also pursuing doctorate in education to further his mastery in his field. We know he's founded the schools and so forth. So currently, through collaboration, they Ubaba Nxasana, together with Utatu Wiseman Kuhlu, our government, ABASA, SAICA, and other stakeholders, we can say that we are actively working to find solutions to the challenge of mathematics and other crucial areas such as language. And I invite you to be part of the solution. Ubaba Nxasana's life is a powerful testament to the simple truth that the meaning of life lies in discovering your gift. But the purpose of life is to generously share the gift with others. Together, let us forge collaborations that lead to significant and lasting impact. I thank you.
Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to the first one. Right now, we're going to give 5 minutes to the team that's bringing in the recognition awards, and then we're going to go straight into that item. So you can play a bit of music and allow the team to bring the awards in. Thank you. Molo, bye, catch.
Gangnam Style. Kanda ngobukangaka. I bet this is kangaka. Gangnam Style. Ganga, 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 na na na. I ganga, 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 na na na. Ganga, 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 na na na. Ganga, 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 na na na. Funu tamini, sida bonu dali dali. Namtanda, tandaga, elangan tandaga. Yenu funi Gangnam Style, wana sebem jaja bam kulumaga. Kati funi Gangnam Style, lo ganga baby tandaga. Na anga nga nga nga, anga nga nga, anga nga nga ya, anga nga nga yo 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 yo, anga nga nga ye, anga nga nga ya 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 ya, anga nga nga ye. Sa, achinom tandazo, bele yenu gangaga, yenu funi Gangnam Style, ay yenu gangaga, soza seben kulumaga, beti yenu gangaga, soy bonam tangala matala, soy bonam tangala matala, manamina tangala, ling arausaga, belu funu ganga nami, namin funu ganga na, opa Gangnam Style. Funelo nomtanda zo, tanda veli tangala, eling arausa gabi milang zomshayo, kanga kanga shaye, anga shaye, anga shaye, vele yenanga gam shayo, ay shaye ya, nam silanga lami, vele ngamba na ye, yajelang zomshayo, kanga na, vele ngena ku. When you try to fight, it's funny nomtandazo. Namhlanje ngamba naye, namhlanganga naye. So good Gangnam Style, so good Gangnam Style. Shayo nare, ah la 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 la, la, da la 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 la, da la la, da sa. Ay la 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 and let ta la 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 la. I love time for no tamini, sega bonu dali dali. Nam tandaga, elangan tandaga. Yenu funi Gangnam Style, wana sebem jaja bam kulumaga. Kati funi Gangnam Style, lo ganga baby tandaga. Sa, 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 so vele yenu gangaga, yenu funi Gangnam Style, ay yenu gangaga, soza seben kulumaga, beti
So, Mandim organizer.
zimisele usebenze ngamandla nangokuzikhandla kuze kuyokhaya ngifuna ukuzimela ngibe nento zami ikhaya elifudumele transemazinde iPorsche Panamera dladla entabeni umhlaba ongapheli ngisalela abantwana mana kancane ngisafuna siphile asekhona amandla siyabona amazwe phesheya kolwandle lwandle lwaseDubai kwelikamela sihlale emahhotela umuntu uthandayo mbona ngezenye umuntu uthandayo mbona ngezenye nginikela yonke impilo yami kulo leli phupho lize liyofezeka zandazimisele usebenze ngamandla nangokuzikhandla kuze kuyokhaya ngifuna ukuzimela ngibe nento zami ikhaya elifudumele transemazinde iPorsche Panamera dladla entabeni umhlaba ongapheli ngisalela abantwana mana kancane ngisafuna siphile asekhona amandla siyabona amazwe phesheya kolwandle.
At this moment, would like to call Itani to the stage, who will be presenting the awards. Itani from ABASA. Let's welcome him.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC, and the ABASA team for this opportunity. It really is a pleasure being up here to present tonight's winners. Prof. Cam, President Fubu, and I had a bit of a difficult task narrowing it down to a final list, but I think we did our best to pick the very best winners. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and fellow accountants, this is the part of the evening where we celebrate our superstars. In the world of finance, numbers often speak louder than words. But behind those numbers are individuals who put in exceptional dedication, expertise, and commitment to excellence. Today, we honor these individuals for their hard work and exceptional skills in the fields of accounting. As we celebrate these accountants, we also recognize that behind each one's success, there's a team, a network of colleagues and mentors who have supported and guided them. Today, we honor not just the past year's accomplishments, but the dedication and passion that these accountants bring to work every day. And may I ask, once we announce the winner, please can you just come grab a certificate? And if the person's not around and they're from your firm, please can you come grab it in their honor. So our first award is Trainee of the Year. A trainee at the AGSA, who's the Deputy Chair of the National Young Professional Leadership Forum, She started the Adopt a CTA initiative aimed at helping CTA students walk that difficult road. She also started a newsletter within her organization that provides a platform for young talent to shine. She was part of the Life After CA panelists, and that's just one of the ways that she tries to spread the accounting message far and wide. So Lisa Kanya Duruwe from AGSA, please may you accept the award for Trainee of the Year. Okay, second up, I think you might have to come back again, is Manager of the Year. This is an individual from AGSA, once again, who has demonstrated a commitment for growth and development of staff members. She's instrumental in helping young trainees prepare for the APC through personal mentorship and events such as Let's Chat APC. Some of the items highlighted by her colleagues was a strong performance in quality reviews, her involvement in writing the provincial summary for the general report, and her involvement in various aspects of the AGSA 2030 culture shift strategy. So Razan Biesta from AGSA, please may you accept your award for Manager of the Year.
Zokusukela umdanso ngibhema isolo cishe ngaphula izinto zomsakazi wentombi ngenxa yalento bengizwa isolo cishe ngaphuka intambo ngenxa yalento zokusukela umdanso ngibhema isolo.
Okay, on to our second last award for the evening. This is quite a special one. This goes to the Public Sector CFO of the Year. This recipient was a member of the CA35 under 35 in 2016. Currently the CFO of the Langeberg municipality, this gentleman has just received his third clean audit in a row. With a passion for professionalization in the public sector, he is a published author in multiple publications on this very issue. He is also currently the chairman of the SAICA Southern Region Public Sector Committee and also sits in the audit committee for the Consolidated Retirement Funds. The one thing that stands out about him to his team is that he fosters an open and honest communication channel for all members to voice their concerns, ask questions, and share feedback without fear of repercussion. Mr. Mava Shude from Langeberg Municipality, please accept your award for Public CFO of the Year. Okay, and on to the last award, and I know for a fact that this person is here tonight. Academic of the Year. So due to the interest of time, I will not read this lady's accolades in full. I'll try to cover 10% of what she's achieved. With a 15-year career in academia, she's not only involved in Tutuka, but also sits on the council for the University of Technology and a board committee on one of the SETAs. In her current role, she's primarily focused on supervising CAs pursuing their master's and PhD studies in accounting. In 2022, UNISA acknowledged her as the first black female chartered accountant to attain a PhD in accounting and secure a publication in a prestigious role. She's a recipient of the Silver Angel Award from the G20 Youth Commission, where she was also later a member of the steering committee and a secretary general in Switzerland. She was also named as one of the top 35 under 35 CAs in 2016. Earlier this year, she was part of the Oxford University Roundtable discussing the promotion of equal education access around the world. So Dr. Sedzani Musundwa, Head of Department at UNISA, please accept this award. So in closing, I want to congratulate our award recipients, thank them for their commitment to excellence in accounting. May their success continue to inspire us all, and may they serve as a shining example of what can be achieved through hard work, determination, and passion. Thank you.
We're going to move right along. Daddy keeps saying, this is the last one, this is the last one. It's the last one of the category. Every year we do recognize people who are making an impact both internally in our organization and outside through the presidential awards. Let me unlock my phone now. My daughter's not here to do the TikTok. Just pulling the list. Ladies and gentlemen, these awards are always so close to my heart because I don't even need a script. These are individuals that have really understood the strategy of ABASA, understood the vision, and most importantly, have aligned to what the organization would like to see from our members. Not only our members, our stakeholders. So we have various categories that, as the president, I have the honor of recognizing. I would like to start with the member of the year. This individual, really, if you say to her anything, we're doing this and we need you to do it, without hesitation, she will get it done with impeccable excellence. She lives in the Eastern Cape, but particularly in Port Elizabeth. She's a SAIPA member. She has spearheaded reviving the chapter in Port Elizabeth. She is also the deputy chairperson of Women of ABASA. Okay, I think I gave it away too soon, but okay, let's keep going. Ncumi-san Nodaka, you are the epitome of excellence as a woman. Ncumi, I want you to stand here just for a second because I'm not done. So when they interviewed you for the magazine, what do you think was happening? I want to say that, when you know a member is really, really aligned to the vision of the organization, when you get WhatsApps of videos of her speaking somewhere that you don't know, and people are like, the way this person is representing ABASA so well. Ncumi, thank you for all that you do when you're asked and when you're not asked, and for making an example that members can really go out there and shed a light of what ABASA does in an aligned manner, in a respectful manner, in a disciplined manner. Thank you for being an example for members and women of ABASA. Can I ask the incoming CEO of SAICA to just join me on stage as we give out these awards? Thank you very much. The next category. Hey. we have the branch of the year. Why are you clapping before I even announce it? Hey, Nina, I think you rigged these things. We also are recognizing branches that understand what needs to get done and do it consistently. And also understanding the different pillars that ABASA has and try to ditto it in the particular branch. You know, this branch is actually very funny because they really are the shining light of the organization. And a lot of the other branches have learned from what they have established. And I've always said that we must roll it out because these branches, some of these branches are too close to the national. But this year, I really must say, under the leadership of Umkhabo Moletsa, Joburg branch has done exceptionally well. So congratulations, Johannesburg branch. The next award is one that we really wanted to highlight, especially now that we've established different portfolios within the national structure, portfolios that drive our strategy. This year, this particular portfolio has really brought to life everything that it set out to do. It has driven impact. It has made sure that ABASA really lives up to what it has promised its members. And it is a portfolio that really was not focused on, but birthed in the tenure of President Ashley Dickon. And in partnership with various stakeholders such as Facet, I'd like to congratulate the Business Forum on the work that it has done over the year. Mrs. Busisonduna, if you can come and accept this award on behalf of the Business Forum. Then, we can't do anything that we do without our stakeholders, and it's very important that we appreciate all the effort and the support that we've received over the year. The next category is the Corporate Member of the Year. The important thing about corporate members is that ABASA is no longer about going cap in hand asking for money. We are coming to you to say, how do we partner meaningfully? We are also looking for partners that give us advice that makes us a better organization and positions us better to be able to attract the right support. This particular organization has come in, and I know it's led and driven by someone who's very passionate about this organization. But even if that person is not in the room, every single individual from that organization treats ABASA like it means something, and it's so important for ABASA to succeed. That is what ABASA really needs. And therefore this year, we would like to award this to BDO. We also have what is showcased on our National Council as MOU partners. This one is not necessarily there, but maybe we must consider it. But this partner has actually been an understanding of what ABASA needs, and that is capacity. Both in terms of the staffing that is in ABASA, but also from time to time, people in the organization call it the Moreki. It's not Investec, guys. But really, this woman who leads this organization is so passionate about making sure that we roll out the transformation agenda, not only from a racial perspective, but from a gender perspective. She has tirelessly gone across the country, you see her everywhere, globally, making sure that her tenure really shows that seaters really should make a difference. And therefore, this year, I would like to thank Facet and recognize you for the collaborations with ABASA. I know that Ayanda Mafulega is not here, but I do know that there are members of Facet that are in the room. Are you here? Not here? Hey? Yes, they're here. I hope I haven't missed anyone. What is that? Oh. This one is also very close to my heart. We launched it last year when we recognized Ukaya Sitole for the work that he does, not only in the profession, but in the country. So this is the second recipient of this award. As ABASA, the 3-year theme of the 10-year of this presidency is driving leadership excellence through inclusive social accountability. We've always been asked, is ABASA only for Black people? And we said, just read the name. Doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. If you are for the advancement of Black accountants of Southern Africa, you belong in this space. This particular individual has passionately supported ABASA from the time I can remember serving at a national level. In the academic space, passionate about partnering with various universities to help them to get to the level at which his particular university is at in producing Black accountants. He calls himself a stalwart of the organization, and when you look at him, you'll be like, how? But he really is the epitome of what it means when we have our allies in the room. Those who have the privilege, use that privilege to advance those that do not have that. This year, ABASA would like to recognize Professor Ben Marks. Don't be scared to clap for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now at the end of the awards that we do give, and I'm at definitely the most important one, but it doesn't take away from all the other awards that we've given. I just want to read a bit about this individual before I announce who he is. If it was in his words, he would say, "My association with this profession began 41 years ago when my late brother gave me an application form for a bursary for Anglo-American to be one of the top 12 learners to be awarded to pursue the CA qualification. I didn't make the cut, but he insisted I study accounting. 4 years later, I participated in an international conference in Cape Town, hosted by ISAC, which was an apolitical organization. Together with a few colleagues at the time, we felt we needed to establish a politically conscious ISAC in South Africa. The late Kehla Mthembu advised us to rather speak to ABASA. This led to the establishment of the first ABASA student chapter in 1987. Since then, I have been in and out of the profession. In 2002, I found myself speaking at an ABASA conference in Durban. That speech inspired the work to review the Public Accountants and Auditors Act and the subsequent enactment of the Auditing Profession Act, which established OBA. I served on OBA board during many years as Accountant General of South Africa. During those years, I started a CA training program at National Treasury. The legacy from the program was a candidate in the top 10, as well as a Black-owned and run professional provider in Junamo. Again, I moved on to focus on leadership development, only to be drawn back to the profession during the state capture days as part of the Advocate ABASA committee that investigated the involvement of SAICA members in SARS forensic investigation. The profession's reputation was battered, and once again, I was encouraged to make myself available to restore that lost trust. I am happy that with the assistance of my team at SAICA, the stakeholders like ABASA, OCA, and others, as well as SAICA members, we are back on top of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we recognize a man from an ABASA perspective that always has come and stood in a gap for us. As a stalwart of this organization, one that established the cradle of ABASA through its student chapters, who are critical in our organization, he continues to make himself available. I always say that he demystifies the myth that there is a natural tension between ABASA and SAICA, because he makes sure that we understand that without an ABASA, SAICA cannot make a meaningful impact. Therefore, this year, ABASA awards the Lifetime Achievement to Mr. Freeman Nomvalo. I'd like to call his family up on stage, if you can all come on stage. Yeah. He is joining us online, all the way from Australia. Dada, over to you.
Can somebody confirm if I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Madam President Linda Makoma Mamchao, the past presidents of ABASA, some in the room today, the various leadership structures of ABASA, the incoming CEO of SAICA, Ms. Patricia Stock, and her husband, Paula. And by the way, Program Director, ADP, she's not only the first permanent CEO of SAICA, And it's not only first woman, African woman, but it's a first woman after 129 years of SAICA's existence. And I want to recognize a friend and a colleague from the US, Ms. Lloyd Anderson, a friend of South Africa who has committed to come back to the country and contribute to our development in various ways. ABASA stakeholders and sponsors. Amongst the stakeholders, I do want to recognize the BBC president. I do want to recognize the BMF president, Dr. Vilakazi. I think earlier on I saw Shahid Daniels somewhere in the tables from Cyprus. I think I spotted Kosham Kavela as well. I do want to recognize our sister from Namibia, Feni. I know that from Zimbabwe, Tenda was around, but she may have not made it today. Members of ABASA and all protocols of that. It was Seneca who said, every new beginning comes from other beginnings ends. I'm taken back to this Roman philosopher by the fact that ABASA has seen it fit to bestow upon me such an honor and recognition. What makes this moment so deja vu is the fact that as a student, with a team of equally green-honed fellows, propelled by a common dream to see Black accountants take their rightful place in the profession, established the first student chapter of ABASA. It was a dream that sought to dismantle the barriers to entry for Black people aspiring to make a meaningful contribution to the economy and society. It's been that dream that has been the holding thread in my professional life. In all capacities I've had the privilege to serve in. And so, when I look back at my journey and see how far we have come and think about my humble contribution, I am grateful. All I can say is not despise humble beginning. As I express my gratitude to ABASA for this recognition and honor, it would be remiss of me to simply receive this award without acknowledging those on whose shoulders we stand. Some have their names emblazoned in history books, but many did what they had to do. They kept the faith and stayed faithful to the cause. Allow me to mention just a few names, and you can complete the list with your own names. Professor Wiseman Kuhlu, Jeff van Rooyen is in the room, Junius Legeta, Sis Nonkululeko Gobodo. Incidentally, in the year in which we established the student chapter of ABASA, she qualified as a CA. Sis Tandi, Sis Dimokhabudi, Sis Dodwa Manase. There's a few of them, they ended up forming the AWCA. These are the pathfinders who hewed mountains for us to see the light and walk forward and take our refuge. Verwoerd intended us to be destined to be hewers of wood and water. These heroines and heroes hewed an impossible path and drew from the fountain of knowledge, and enabled us to be where we are. Today, all the big are led by Black people, and a few, including medium firms, are led by Black women. We must not forget that it took 82 years before we have the first African chartered accountant. And it took 83 years before the seed for ABASA was thrown on the ground through the qualification by Brajeff and Rayon. And it took a lot more years from then to have the first female chartered accountant who's an African. So from humble beginning, this year in the qualifying cohort, future chartered accountants, we see that 63% of those that qualify come from African, colored, and Indian communities. This is up from 53% 5 years ago. From humble beginnings, now each year the majority of African, colored, and qualifying members are female. Only the Indian and the white community still skewed towards male. Again, from humble beginnings, we see the compositions of CAs under the age of 35 being just over 50% of the total population, up from 13% in 2002. I'm saying these immediately after acknowledging our stalwarts, because I think we need to recognize how far we've come. To those who have the privilege to lead ABASA today, please take a leaf from these four papers. They have showed us the way. I'm sure the road was not easy. Who said it was meant to be? But they held on to the dream and worked hard to see the dream into a fruitful reality. Now the baton has been handed to you. Let it not be said that ABASA lost its way during your tenure. Hold on to the dream. Hold on to each other even when it's difficult. To dismantle the remaining vestiges of racism and other new tendencies that seek to relegate Black accountants to the backseat. It is my hope and prayer that long after your tenure has ended, generations will remember you for what you led, for how you led. As we celebrate the transformation successes, we remember that 90% of economically active population comes from Africans. 90% of the economically active population comes from Africans, coloreds, and Indians. Yet only 35% of CAs come from these same communities. So the road ahead is still long. The dream is not yet realized. As for me, I really want to thank a few people for this recognition. My parents who taught me love and discipline. My late brother who introduced me to the profession. Two of her daughters are in the house today. My partner Priscilla, who conspired with others that I come back to serve the profession. And all of my family, especially my boys, who suspended their interests while I did community service yet again. I thank SAICA for the opportunity. My team at SAICA, especially, including those who have moved on. And Linda did say that it doesn't matter the color of a person as long as they subscribe to the agenda of transformation, we need to recognize them. And I think especially of Mulder in this regard. I thank all of these individuals for supporting me throughout my term. It has not been easy, as most of you know. When I started my tenure at the profession, it suffered huge reputational damage. I live now with great pride and gratitude to the professional team that has led with me as we have restored the profession to the top in the world in terms of trustworthiness. This is no small feat considering the odds. This is no small feat considering the odds that were stacked against us. I live such a confident that the work we have accomplished will be continued as I leave a team of competent professionals. And I must also say that if you look at the complexion of that team, it's very different to the team that I found. To end, I go back to the beginning of my reflection. Every new beginning comes from other beginnings' ends. This is the end of a chapter for me. It does not, however, spell the end of my relationship with ABASA as an institution. Nor does it mean an end to the deep and meaningful friendships I have developed with many of you on this journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter in my life, and I'm sure that our paths will continue to intersect. I take this moment then to wish ABASA and all its members new strength, deep wisdom, and insights that will lead the organization forward until that dream of carving out space for the Black accountant to take the rightful place is fully realized. Success for ABASA will ironically mean there is no need for this organization. We all know that for now, the road is still long and arduous. March forward, and friends. Don't take your eye off the ball and never forget the reason of your existence. It was the great Nelson Mandela who insightfully observed, after climbing a great hill, one only finds there are many more hills to climb, unquote. I live to climb other mountains, emboldened by the honor that ABASA has given me. And I hope you will also take on the next hill and get to surmount many more hills that will keep you from achieving your goals. I truly thank you.
May we give Utata another round of applause. Ugwitshelwe nogwitshelwe. All right. Thank you. Right now, this brings our program to almost the end. I'm going to ask right now the Chair of National Council, Mr. Philip Rahwale, to come to the stage and give us the closing message and vote of thanks. Thank you.
Evening. I know I'm standing between the party and, kind of difficult position, so I must count the number of words I say. All right. Firstly, I would like to thank those who have supported ABASA, especially when it was not fashionable. And now and then it doesn't become fashionable. And I would really encourage you that this institution was birthed for a reason. And that reason we've been unfolded for the past 3 years and past 3 days that we've been speaking about, 38 years of existence. But anyway, today is my birthday for those who don't know. All right. As my closing remarks, I'm going to be very quick, but I want to be pointed in terms of my message. Is that as black professionals, if we talk about ABASA, talk about BMF, talk about BBC, now and then you see some ruffle within the leadership struggles. Unless we are united within the structures, we're not going anywhere. And those who are anti-transformation always look at us and say they cannot manage themselves. How can they then pursue transformation? Think about it. So it's within us to be united for the cause, not for the pictures, but for the impact. It's nice that we are all here, but what impact have we achieved? Some of people will argue here and say the BE quote has been taken back, it's no longer applicable as much, BE levels no longer matter. Where are we as the professionals that we are here? But most importantly, I would like to say, I'm one person, I don't like unity for the sake of unity. Unity under false pretense doesn't build anything. So it's with this to say, we need to eliminate those who are not in a journey with us, okay? It's not that we don't like them, it's just that we need to be united. Because we've got a bigger cause to have, to be able to have an impact in the economy that we want to transform. I think I'm also a scholar, so I write a lot of articles. Sometimes I write to say how the economy has been restructured. It hasn't moved. And it's upon us to do that. The other thing as well is that, very importantly, and this is the failure of us black professionals, we don't call each other out. We become very cordial with those who are doing wrong. Can I repeat that? So we don't call each other out, become very cordial with those who are doing wrong. So it doesn't build what we want to build. We've got a project of transformation. If anything that is not transformation, we cannot focus on. So when you leave here today, think on, there was a gentleman yesterday spoke about, he wrote a very big book. He says, do the little where you are and show that transformation can happen. And when we come together, let's have a common vision and goal where we go in terms of this transformation. Brad Jeff, they've done their part. They started this thing when it was very difficult, but they've handed on the burden now to us to take it over. But it will be very disheartening that we just leave it and falls down. And I think the other thing as well that I just want to conclude with, I don't want to take too much of your time, is that I think we tend to forget as black professionals and those who embrace transformation, is that the emblem of the Constitution says we recognize the injustice of the past. So when we live here, recognize the injustice of the past, that we've got 30 years next year, we'll be probably going to the vote. Have we turned the corner in 30 years? And what are we going to do individually in our corners and collectively as well? And I would like to conclude with this. Let us be united in our leadership structures. It makes an impact. Thank you, and please have a good evening. I know I said some, but you can have drinks after this, and have a good evening and enjoy yourself. And continue to support ABASA. ABASA is really, really needing the support of all the professionals. And in concluding, President Linda, you made it. It is a successful conference. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now, Kusa. Right now is Gala. We closing our program. Just one announcement that right now dessert will be served, and as people walk out, people can collect their goodie bags outside. Mazkal. Ziatuma. The drinks, I asked you to take it slow on. Right now, it's that time. Kenan, thank you. You've been a wonderful audience.